Hello everyone, welcome back to Royalty Soaps. I was strolling through Target the other day and you'll never guess what I found. A bath bomb kit. Historically, I am not good at making bath bombs, okay? The Texas weather just doesn't cooperate. Some days it is dry and arid, other days it's extremely humid, and if I can do it, then you can probably do it too. There were a couple of reasons that I picked this particular kit, and one of the reasons was, of course, the price. It was $15, so it's definitely still in the affordable category, but it's a little higher than something you would find at like Five Below or maybe clearance at Walmart. So I am expecting slightly better results because I'm paying a couple bucks more. The other reason I picked this one is because of the ingredients. On the back here, you can see that the ingredients are really good. Baking soda, coconut oil, skin-safe colorants. I like the transparency with that, and I also like that it has a little reusable bath bomb mold, so I do actually have high hopes. Let's go ahead and open it up and see what the packaging looks like inside. Oh wow, it even includes some mixing cups. Have our little instructions here, just one page, so pretty simple. And what are these? Fragrances? Rose oil and lavender oil. Now, are these fragrance oils or are these essential oils? I'm assuming they're essential oils, but it just says oil, which is not very clear. On the back of the container, it says rose flower oil and lavender oil, but again, they're not clarifying whether that's fragrance or essential oil, and that's something I would want clarification on. Also, why is it with kits that they always include rose oil and like lavender? Like, I have never met a young person who these kits are definitely tailored to, or you ask them, what's your favorite fragrance in a bath product? And they're like,
antique rose.
Y'all have got to stop this with the kits, okay? Give them a melon, give them a peach, give them a strawberry. Slightly in the same vein are botanical additives. Now, I actually like botanical additives for like a bath tea, but when you put it in a bath bomb, they do kind of go everywhere. You get little lavender buds floating around, touching your legs. They be looking like mouse droppings. I just think putting a mica drizzle or even some Epsom salts on top is a little bit more on trend and what I prefer to see in my bath products. This is a little bit more old-fashioned, and practically speaking, I don't love it in my bath. That's a personal preference, but this is a personal review. So we've got lavender buds and we've got roses. They included some gloves. We love to see it. We've got our coconut oil, and it says it's not food safe, and also it's liquid. So this is MCT oil, or fractionated coconut oil, or mid-chain triglycerides. I don't care what you call it. It's all the same thing. Then we have our colorants here, which are, of course, our pigments, and they do actually list on the back of the box what these are. You're looking at yellow 5, red 40, blue 1, things that will be water dispersible and won't stick to the sides of your tub, which I have to say really, really boosts this kit in my opinion, because I have tried so many bath bomb kits where they just use a mica, they don't put any sort of bonder in there like polysorbate, then you drop the bath bomb in and your entire bath has this ring around it and it kind of sticks to your skin. It ain't fun. Okay, here's something else that's really nice. A mixed powder, so something that's already been pre-mixed for you, and some baking soda. So there's not all these different things you're having to measure perfectly, there's just 2 of them. What's in that mixed powder though? Sodium sulfate, citric acid, amlodextrin, I don't even know what that is, I've never read that before, and sea salt. Okay, let's look up amlodextrin. Amlodextrin, which is I believe how you pronounced it, I have looked it up, is rated a 1 on the EWG website, and basically it's like a filler. It's made by treating potato or cornstarch with a hydrochloric acid, and it's typically used in like bath oils, salt, styling gels, etc. As I've done a little more reading just now, I can see a common theme with the type of bath bombs that include this ingredient. You're looking at things that are on the cheaper side. I see a Suave bath bomb pack. I see like a little Hello Kitty bath bomb thing. I see the Cream Shop X Disney bath bomb bundle. So again, I think this is sort of a filler and something that kind of works the same as cornstarch. That's what I can figure out. If you are like a chemist or something, feel free to tell us down in the comments. But that's what a quick Google search turned up. Okay, wait. Oh, wait. They have a pair of gloves, but then they also have a drop cloth to keep your table clean. Now, I like that.
Well, let's just set up our table then, shall we?
Gonna put a couple of these things behind me. Wow, this is a huge drop cloth. Excellent. Right, here are our mixing cups and our measuring spoon and our little bath bomb containers. Mix 2 spoons of baking soda and 2 spoons of mixed powder in a cup. And they give the gram measurements for the spoon. So I'll start by just mixing in spoonfuls, and then the next batch, I'll actually weigh it by grams and see if that affects the performance. Put on my little thin gloves. These are like the type of gloves you use if you're dyeing your hair at home. Okay, baking soda first. Just gonna scoop that out. Try to get it pretty level. Dump it in.
Mix 2 spoons of baking soda.
And our starch mixture. Gonna do 2 of these, just like so. Now we're getting vague. Because it says to add 7 milliliters of coconut oil, which we can use this little dropper to grab. But then it just says pigments, scents, and dried flowers to the cup and continue stirring. And I'm like, how much pigment? How much fragrance? This is not the type of thing you need to be vague on. This is the type of thing you need to tell me. You can tell me in drops, that's good, but don't leave it as add your scent. Okay, I'm gonna remove our little squeezy tool here, and I'm gonna measure this out with our dropper. Come on, air bubbles, beat it. Okay, here's 3, here's 6, and here's 7. Just gonna put that on, lay it off to the side. Okay, now we're left to our best guesses on this rose oil. It is extremely strong. Woo! Yeah, it's really strong. I'm gonna put 2 full droppers in there, and then I can always add more. And then of course for a rose, we're gonna go with a purple pink. So I'm going to add 2 drops of our red here, and then we're just gonna start mixing and see how we feel about the color, the fragrance, etc. They did tell me to mix for 3 minutes, which is a long time. Okay, I don't think that's gonna be nearly enough red, so I'm gonna add in about 7 more drops. And whatever the red has been dispersed in is having a reaction with the bath bomb powder, so it's some sort of water-based something. I think 10 drops is gonna get us closer to where we wanna be on that. All right, I'm going in with my hands because it just wasn't getting me as fast of results as I wanted using the little spoon. Okay, I have mixed for 3 minutes and it has incorporated the color quite well. This is what it looks like. You can see there's still a little bit of pigment that didn't get fully dispersed, but given the fact that I added it straight to the powder and that I'm mixing with my hands, I don't feel like that's that big a deal. So it says that you're supposed to kind of pre-shape the ball a little bit in your hand first, that it should be a little bigger than your mold, and then you should press it. So I don't know why we're doing that. I'm just following directions. Okay, here I am pre-shaping the ball. I don't think I filled in that top. I didn't. So you're gonna need like almost all of it in here, it feels like, to get what they're wanting. Okay, legitimately this is kind of hard. I'm not gonna lie. It is falling apart a little bit. I am tempted to add more coconut oil, but I'm not going to. I'm just gonna follow the directions exactly for now. Now I'm gonna press this together as hard as I can, removing any extra. Okay, looks good to me. Honestly, I'm really glad they gave me this drop cloth. Okay. Looking good. Will it come out of the top though? That is the real question. Okay, all right. Well, we do have a bath bomb. Now, whether or not that'll stay together is a completely separate question, but I have a bomb. The only thing is, I don't think I have enough mixture to make a full another bath bomb, and this kit is supposed to make 4. Could have been that I compacted that one a little too tight. I'm not sure. Let's see. Yeah, there's no way. All right, I have now split the batch pretty equally, just by eyeball. I'm not measuring anything for this one. Then I'm gonna pour it all into my hand and try to make a little ball like they said. Okay, how is this gonna work out? I just don't know. It's like, it's not enough. Okay, bath bomb off to the side. And then for this next one, I'm going to forego the mold because like I said, I don't have enough. So I'm actually just going to use my tablespoon measurer and pack it in really good and make kind of a disc. Actually, this works perfect. I can also take all my little scraps I have on my my table here and try to compact that in. All right, pack it in, but not too tight. Turn it over. Ta-da! Okay, the edge did crack a little. That's not ideal, but it still looks like a bath bomb. All right, and I'm gonna set this off to the side. Okay, the second batch we're actually going to weigh so that we can see if that makes a difference.
Wait.
I just realized the mistake. Oh my gosh, I was supposed to mix up 2 spoons of baking soda and I'm pretty sure I only put in 1. Okay, that was 100% user error. Hopefully it'll be right with this next batch. They did give you enough powder. Okay, we have exactly 100 grams in this cup. All right, and exactly 67 of the other. So I have just a little bit left of this and Catherine, seriously. All right, so I have my powder and we're also going to upgrade by following some little helpful tips they have at the bottom of the sheet, i.e. if it's too hard to mix in this cup, use a bowl. So we're gonna do exactly that. All right, now to add the coconut oil, and if this is correct, I'm adding just the right amount by going ahead and just dumping the rest in because it's 15 milliliters, so it's a little more than 7, and I think that'll be just fine. We're gonna do lavender for this one, and you know what? I'm gonna dump the whole thing in there and see what happens. Is it gonna be too fragrant? I don't know. We'll find out. Let's start by just mixing that up, and then maybe we'll do 2 colors for this batch, because why not? At this point, the lavender smells nice, but it's not overwhelming. This is about even, which is fine because honestly, I'm just gonna do purple and blue, which are really similar anyway, so I don't need it to be perfect. I'm just squeezing a lot. Here's one thing that I do really like is that the color payout for these, if you add a lot of color, is pretty extreme, which is nice because in a lot of these kits, even if you add in the whole packet of color, it still ends up being kind of a very muted pastel, which can be fun if that's what you're going for, but I like to reserve the right to beef up the color if I want. This needs to be mixed more, but you can see the color payout is awesome. In fact, I'm going to mix it in the bowl because that's a lot easier. That looks pretty thoroughly mixed, so I'm going to pour it back into this container and we'll go ahead and mix up the blue. All right, there goes a ton of blue. Like I squeezed out probably half the container just now. Ugh, weird. Wow, guys, wow. Look at the vibrancy of that blue. That's crazy. All right, let's make our bath bombs. And you know what? What the heck? I'll add some lavender buds for effect. I can get the blasted thing open. Sprinkle it in there. Okay, I'm going to layer this, which means, admittedly, I'm not doing it the way that they told me to because they said to make it into a little ball before you put it in, but how am I going to get layers like they showed on the front if I do that? Okay, I think I've got enough in both of them. This has become extremely messy. All right, let's pop them together. Okay, looking good. The moment of truth is, will this be able to unmold? And honestly, at this point, I'm not sure, but I'm hopeful. Oh wait, oh wait, oh wait. Will we be able to get the other side off though? Oh no, the other side isn't coming off. Wait, 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 wait. Okay. Oh, I did it. Oh my gosh, that literally looks like a Lush bath bomb. The smell is pretty good too. Okay, let me put it off to the side and see if we can do another one. Okay, I'm gonna put like 4 roses there. And let's put blue on the rose side. I think I'll just try to fill up 1 color on each side for this one, just to make it a little bit easier. And then any extras I have, I'll just pack in the middle. Okay, there's the blue side. Let's get our pink side, purple side, whatever. Okay, and now all this like kind of crumbly dust I have, I'll just put in the middle to kind of pack the 2 together. I kind of have 1 shot on this, so hopefully it goes well. Okay, this seems to be going well. I think this is gonna look so good. Okay. Okay, I gotta dust some of that off the roses so you can see them, but it looks really good. Hopefully the other side comes off easily. Look at it. I'm so sorry, my magnum opus. I'm obsessed. Okay, now that I have 4 bath bombs done, the kit is technically over. However, I would say cleanup is part of a kit, and that's probably something I will start to include in these videos so that you know what you're working with. Well, first of all, if you're planning on crafting in the future, and this was sort of your entry into making bath bombs or so, you can keep all of these extra liquids. You can keep the extra coconut oil, the extra colorants, etc. I don't have any need of those, so they are disposable for me personally, but that is something that you can use in real bath bomb making. You can see the color payout is so good. I'm gonna remove my scale and the container that I use to mix the bath bombs in, but pretty much everything at this point for me would be disposable. Now, some of the things like the lavender buds and the roses I will keep for other projects, but things like these little mini bath bomb molds are pretty cheap and I don't make bath bombs. The only thing I might do is set these bath bombs into the molds just so that they can sit and set up and not crack. We'll see if this makes a difference after 24 hours, and I'll come back and I'll show you the bath bomb that I set straight on the table versus the bath bomb that was sitting in a hard container. There may be no difference at all, but this is why we gonna test it and find out. Wow, having this on the table was really nice. There was one place that got punctured right here, but other than that, that might be the easiest craft kit I've ever picked up. So now what? I will do a quick wipe of the table. I will rinse out the container that I made the bath bombs in, and we will let the bath bombs sit for 24 hours. I'm not going to adjust the temperature in my room. I'm not going to add in a dehumidifier. I'm gonna leave it just like this on the table. Just wipe off my table real quick for that little bit of extra that got on here. I like using microfiber cleaning cloths for my table and studio area. They're reusable. You can wash them. You don't have to throw them away. And they're really, really good at gripping all the types of things that makers are using. They can grip wax, they get soap, they get everything. So I love using these. Now I'm just gonna place down a paper towel. We have our 2 bath bombs in the molds, and we have our 2 bath bombs out of the molds. And there they'll sit for 24 hours. We'll come and check on them tomorrow. We are actually back 2 days later. And yes, it's crazy hair day at my homeschool. So enjoy this fashion moment brought to you for free. These bath bombs actually look awesome. They're hard as a rock. The ones that weren't sitting in a little mold still look good. There is a small crack around the edge, but it's not big enough to make them fall apart. So I don't really care. Aesthetically, could be better. Functionality, still perfect. Even the one that I packed into the little scooper looks good. They are a little bit powdery. They are a little bit dusty. They haven't started fizzing, even though we did have rain and we got up to 50% humidity in my studio. So now the only thing left to do is to test them out, see the color payout, see how long they last in the bath, etc. And we'll come back here and I'll give you my final thoughts. The bath bomb test actually went really well. The rose scented bath bomb was underpigmented, and I wish I had just used the entire bottle of pink because I think the color payout would have been super nice, and because the mixture could clearly stand that much color. The fragrance was pretty light, but it was definitely still noticeable. And it even had this fun little spinny action at the beginning of the bath bomb, and then it just sunk to the bottom and it fizzed for about 5 minutes. The lavender bath bomb was even more impressive because it spun as well, but it also smelled significantly stronger and the color payout was so much more vibrant. I actually started the bath bombs on 2 different sides of the tub just so that you can see how much more pigmented the lavender one ended up being. Both of them in the bath together actually had complementary smells, and maybe that's why they always decide to do rose and lavender, I don't know. By the end of 5 minutes or so, the water was blue. It was really beautiful and nothing stuck to the sides of the tub. Overall, I would absolutely give this kit the royalty soap stamp of approval. For $15, getting to make 4 bath bombs that actually stay together, actually have color payout in your water, smell strongly, and are easy to make, I mean, you can barely go wrong here. You can buy it at Target. I will leave you guys links below. If this is something that you would like to try and do yourself, or maybe there's a kid that likes to do arts and crafts like this and you want to have a really cool birthday present, I'm just saying, this is one of the better kits I have bought in a physical store. Thank you so much for watching today's video. If there's any other craft kits you've seen on shelves recently that you want me to try out, feel free to tag me in a post on Instagram or something so that I can see it, I can buy it, and I can share my thoughts with you. I also just want to thank you for allowing me to express myself with my hair today. I hope you all have an absolutely royal day. Do something fun for you, like making some bath bombs, doing a craft kit, doing your hair crazy. I don't care what it is. Just do something for you. I'll see you guys next time. Bye for now. Meow.